You've reached the end of the MAG and are finally at control. By now, you've invested a significant amount of time and energy into defining, measuring, analyzing, and improving your process. And you don't want all that effort to go to waste, so you'll definitely want to include this final step to help keep the improvements in place. A critical part of process improvement is maintaining the solution to keep things from reverting back to the way they were. We do this through training coworkers and customers on the new process and using visual management techniques to continue making the invisible visible. And don't forget the power of clear and concise SOPs. Lastly, you want to be sure to check in on the new process periodically. You want to make sure it actually solved the problem and to see if other tweaks can be made to make the process even better.
Similar to Kanbans, huddle boards are a visual way to see the work being done. Ideally, huddle boards are where a team huddles up daily to quickly review what's happening and what the priorities are. They provide a standard framework for the team to discuss processes and projects while also allowing for variations. Through a suggestions section, people have a concrete place to post issues and ideas instead of just thinking about them, but never doing anything about it. And by including areas for tracking metrics, the team sees the reality of what is being done, not just vague perceptions of the work that may or may not be accurate. Remember, it's all about continuous improvement and not perfection. And having a huddle board gives you a real and actual way to solve problems. So be creative, have some fun with it, and celebrate all the amazing things getting done. The benefits of huddle boards on a team's productivity and work culture are truly priceless. By having all the information readily visible in an easy-to-read format, team members get a real sense of what is expected of them daily and can see when progress happens. A short, daily huddle meeting provides a sense of unity, ensuring everyone is on the same page and ready for the workday. Last, but certainly not least, it gives people a chance to ask about new projects and initiatives, taking the mystery and uncertainty out of potential upcoming changes. In this huddle board example for planning an upcoming event, we can clearly see how many days we have left to get the work done, along with who is responsible for what parts of the event. At a glance, we know what we need to do, what is currently being worked on, and can celebrate what is already done. We also have a list of items we don't know about and need to do some research on to determine what will be done. As the team huddles around this board, we can quickly talk through the items, discuss any roadblocks or other ideas that have come up, and go out and tackle the day.
Standard work is one way to make sure your improvements stick. Most of the time, this will look like making short, visual, easy-to-comprehend operating procedures or instructions. This is especially critical right after an improvement is made because old habits are tough to break. Sometimes employees worry that if they train everyone else how to do aspects of their job, that they will lose their job security. Sharing knowledge will only help to make the organization stronger and may even free up time and brain space for you to do other, more awesome projects. Plus, nobody wants to be called on their vacation because the fax machine is acting up again and no one else on staff knows how to reset it. Chances are, if your operating procedures are more than a few pages long, that people aren't reading them. That doesn't mean that your procedures aren't important. Information overload is a very real thing, and sometimes people need a quick reminder about how to do something that they only need to do once in a great while. If you have a large number of written instructions, divide them into easily digestible chunks or make important sections easy to find quickly via tabs. Try to make written instructions quick and easy to follow at a glance. Photos and illustrations go a long way, and so does dividing the instructions up and placing them close to points of need. For example, if you have instructions that go with a cash register, place the instructions close to the register so that they are easy to find. Let's look at a few other examples. These instructions were color-coded so that if a sample turned red, yellow, or blue, the appropriate instructions were easy to locate quickly. In these library examples of standard work, a photo of the cleaning supplies contained in the drawer is placed above the emergency clean kit. Instructions for resetting the boiler are taped directly onto the boiler, since that machine is in a dark, scary room in the library that people don't want to stay in for long. Finally, once you've made improvements, make sure that everyone involved in the process knows what the new policies and procedures entail. Don't assume a single email gets the message across. A quick huddle, a social media post, or even one-on-one conversations may be necessary to make sure that everyone is on the same page about the improvement. Otherwise, you could be setting your customers up for an inconsistent and frustrating experience.